Kara here from The Kara Golden Show. If you're not using Ironclad for contracts, you could be leaving millions on the table. Ironclad's AI instantly surfaces what matters: renewal dates, pricing terms, and obligations, so you can act quickly before opportunities slip away. That's why they're trusted by great brands like OpenAI, L'Oreal, Salesforce, and so many others. Find the savings hiding in your contracts at ironcladapp.com/podcast. That's ironcladapp.com/podcast.
If your week feels like one long fire drill, it's not because you're busy. It's because leadership has become reactive. Fires don't just happen. They're trained. They're fueled. And most leaders are unknowingly teaching their teams to wait until everything is on fire before acting. Hey, welcome back, everyone, to the Northbound Podcast. I'm your host, Chris. Today, we're talking about the fire drill. And wow, does your team live in crisis mode? I have been on so many teams where crisis mode seemed to be the standard. And so this episode, we're going to dive into a little bit about why leaders live in crisis mode, and then why waiting till Friday, where the last minute just feels normal, and how we can break the cycle, how leaders can break this cycle instead of just being okay to live in it or survive in it. That's just not living, right? And then we're also going to talk about how fire drills it's not accidental. This is a cultural problem. It is fueled and built and trained into your organization and team. So let's get into it. The fire drills are really not the problem. They're just a symptom. They're what you see. They are what you experience. But there is a problem. And that is that more than likely, it signals this, that there are avoided decisions going on. There are delayed conversations. There may be a lack of ownership or unclear priorities. This is why crisis will feel productive, but it's avoidance. And so chaos is going to show up when clarity is missing, when there's not a clear path forward or a solution. Chaos reigns. And waiting until Friday, that just points to bad leadership. It just shows that there is mismanagement going on. Big issues saved for later don't get smaller. Remember, we tackle the big stuff first. Leaders often delay because it's uncomfortable, or they're waiting for information. They're hoping it resolves itself. And then the teams, in response, learn that we're not going to act until it's urgent, and the problems just live until the deadline forces some type of action. And so all of this, that fire drill, that's training the wrong muscles, because what it's training, or rewarding is a better word, it's rewarding hustle, overwork. It's punishing planning, thinking, prevention. We don't want to punish planning, thinking, prevention. We want to promote that. We want to encourage that. We talked about that a couple episodes ago about thinking. The boss who says, I don't pay you to think, well, he's creating a fire drill culture. So over time, the team stops thinking ahead and waiting for reaction. They're just waiting around for that next crisis, and then they react. What you reward under pressure will become your culture. So again, we're going to hike and climb the highest pass first. That means proactive leadership will require front-loading discomfort. Proactive leaders are going to address the issues early, have hard conversations sooner, and maybe even make decisions sooner that are imperfect decisions. We're not going to wait around for that perfect decision. That will put you into crisis. We're going to make imperfect decisions sometimes, but we can tweak that. It's okay. We're going to be proactive. We're going to address the hard stuff, and we're going to learn as we go. This may feel slower at first, but it will eliminate repeat emergencies. We want to be strategic. Northbound wants to help you be a strategic leader, someone who is thinking proactively. If you are in a fire drill mode, you're not going to be able to think long term. You're not going to be able to build effective systems, and you're going to have a really hard time developing people. You might not be developing them at all, or at least not the right way, because everything becomes a right now thing. And when everything is right now, and when everything is crazy important, guess what? Nothing is important. You will never build the future of your company, your business, your team, your organization, your ministry if you're constantly putting out today's fires. So How do we get off of this crazy freeway? How do we put out the fire? How do we head northbound? Well, the exit ramp to our crisis is ownership. Fire drills thrive and burn and grow where ownership is unclear. So a proactive culture defines who owns what. It empowers early action. It encourages surfacing the issues before they blow up, before they become a fire, because ownership is going to replace urgency with responsibility. It's all going to be spelled out. We're going to get out of crisis mode, and we're going to break the crisis cycle by living in reality, admitting to reality, being honest about our reality, tackling our reality, and fixing our problems. Proactive leadership can often be boring. You might find once you've got everything tight and you're operating like a well-oiled machine, it might get a little boring. There's not going to be people running around in chaos all the time. There's not going to be that one guy going office to office with a folder just to show that he's busy, trying to put out fires, and who knows if it's real or it's not. Breaking the cycle is going to look like regular check-ins, or those could be meetings or regular feedback times, blocking time for specific problem solving, like problem solving meetings where those are actually scheduled and you are addressing problems one by one. You're addressing issues midweek. You're not waiting until Friday. It's not Friday night at 8 p.m. and you're still texting or emailing or in the office trying to figure out a crisis. And leaders must model calm behavior. You're not panicked. You're not freaked out. Teams take cues from their leaders. Leaders who panic, who rush, who react emotionally will train their teams to do the exact same thing. And it is calm, steady leadership that breaks that fire drill cycle and addiction. Remember, a fire drill culture will create burnout. It will not bring you results. It will hide your weak systems. You will get repeated fires to the same causes. You want to be the proactive leader who trades short-term comfort for that long-term stability. And the quickest way out of this cycle, the quickest way to put out these fires is to take ownership. Leadership isn't about how well you perform in a crisis. It's about how rarely you need one or have one. So break the fire drill cycle by leading early, owning problems sooner, and choosing clarity over chaos. If you are enjoying this podcast and you're getting something from it, first of all, I would ask that you leave 5 stars and comment below. Comment below about the fire drills that you've experienced. Do you live in a fire drill right now? Comment below, share. Or maybe you came out of that culture and you have a different positive culture at your workplace. Share that in the comments. Also, you can come to the Northbound community at www.go-northbound.com, and you will find that all of these podcasts are loaded about a week or 2 earlier on that site. And you can go on there, join the team. It will require a sign up. But once you're on, you'll have access to these. You'll be able to see all the notes. You'll be able to listen to them without any kind of advertisements. You can also comment. You can post your own experiences, your successes and failures. We'd love to have you in that community where we can encourage each other in leadership. All right. Once again, thank you so much for tuning in to the Northbound Podcast. Have a wonderful week and go take action this year. 2026 is about action. See ya. You just listened to another episode from the Northbound Podcast. Thank you for tuning in today. I hope you were encouraged and empowered in leadership. Go lead boldly and humbly. And remember our vision. Elevate your team through Christ-centered leadership. If you want to be a part of our community, just go to go-northbound.com and follow the link and come join us. Follow along with courses and live streams and chats and maybe even join us for an adventure. We'd love to have you. All of those links are in the description below. Thank you again for tuning in. It's been a pleasure. See ya.